Have you ever wondered what your purpose in life is? It's a question that has puzzled us for centuries, and one that the Japanese philosophy of Ikigai seeks to answer. Ikigai, a word that translates to reason for being, is a concept that encourages us to find joy in life through purpose. It's about discovering that sweet spot where your passions and talents intersect with what the world needs and is willing to pay for. It's like a compass, guiding us towards a fulfilling and balanced life. It helps us recognize our values, desires, and abilities and then align them with our daily actions and long-term goals. And the beauty of it? It's a journey, not a destination. Every step you take towards finding your Ikigai is a step towards living a more meaningful and satisfying life. So to understand this better, let's dive into the book, How to Ikigai. Unraveling the wisdom from the book, How to Ikigai. Welcome to our exploration of this remarkable book, penned by Tim Tamashiro. The essence of How to Ikigai lies in its approach to understanding life's purpose, a concept that is as fascinating as it is profound. Tamashiro, a brilliant writer and a keen observer of life, takes us on an enlightening journey to discover our Ikigai, or reason for being. In this enlightening read, Tamashiro makes a compelling case for the power of Ikigai. He skillfully combines age-old wisdom with modern insights, making it accessible and relatable to everyone. Through a blend of personal anecdotes, real-life stories, and thought-provoking insights, he unravels the concept of Ikigai, guiding us towards finding our unique path to joy and fulfillment. One of the most compelling aspects of How to Ikigai is how Tamashiro uses relatable anecdotes to explain complex ideas. He shares stories of everyday people who have discovered their Ikigai and how this discovery has transformed their lives. These stories are not just inspiring, they're also instructive, providing practical guidance on how we can embark on our own journey towards finding our purpose. For instance, Tamashiro tells the story of a woman who found her Ikigai in baking. After years of feeling unfulfilled in her corporate job, she decided to follow her passion for baking. This decision not only brought her immense joy, but also led to a successful career as a bakery owner. This story, like many others in the book, shows us that our Ikigai could be hidden in our passions, waiting to be discovered. Tamashiro's book is a treasure trove of wisdom, a guide that encourages us to look within, to reflect on our passions, values, and talents, and to find our unique path to happiness and fulfillment. It reminds us that finding our Ikigai is not a one-time event, but a continuous journey of self-discovery and growth. These stories from the book show us that finding our Ikigai is a journey worth making. Ikigai is not just a word, it's a compass guiding us towards our purpose. Let's now delve into the 4 elements of Ikigai, the 4 points of our compass. These elements are what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. The first element, what you love, is the driving force of passion in your life. Think of it as the heart of your Ikigai. In How to Ikigai, the author shares a heartwarming story of a woman who discovered her love for painting at a young age. Despite many obstacles, she chose to follow this passion, and it became an essential part of her Ikigai. The second element, what you're good at, is your expertise or talent. It's your knack for doing something better than others. The book tells us about a man who could play the guitar effortlessly. He wasn't necessarily the best, but he had a unique style that made him stand out. This talent became a pillar in his Ikigai. Next comes what the world needs. This is about making a positive impact on the world around us. It's about being a part of something bigger than ourselves. The author narrates a tale of a teacher who dedicated her life to shaping young minds, responding to a need she saw in her community. Her contribution to the world was a crucial component of her Ikigai. The last element, what you can be paid for, is the practical aspect of Ikigai. It's about finding a way to sustain yourself while doing what you love, what you're good at, and what the world needs. The book recounts the story of an inventor who managed to turn his innovative ideas into a successful business. His ability to monetize his passion and skills completed his Ikigai. Each of these elements intertwines to form a unique Ikigai for each individual. They are the threads that weave together to create a tapestry of purpose and fulfillment. With these 4 elements, we start to see the shape of our own Ikigai. But how do we find this elusive Ikigai? Well, the journey to discovering your Ikigai is a personal one, filled with self-reflection, exploration, and understanding. It's like piecing together a puzzle, and every piece adds more clarity to the bigger picture. Firstly, we embark on a journey of self-reflection. This is where we take a step back and observe ourselves from a distance. We ask the hard questions. What sparks joy in our hearts? What activities make us lose track of time? What are our dreams and aspirations? Some of us find joy in creating art, while others might find fulfillment in solving complex equations. The answers to these questions are our passions, our love, and they form the first piece of our Ikigai puzzle. Next, we explore these passions. We delve into them, learn more about them, and in the process, learn more about ourselves. We might discover a love for painting landscapes or an uncanny ability to understand computer code. This exploration can lead us to recognize our skills, our strengths. These are the things we're good at, and they form the second piece of our Ikigai puzzle. Once we've identified our passions and skills, we need to understand what the world needs. Is there a demand for landscape paintings? Is there a need for skilled coders? This is where we look beyond ourselves and consider how our passions and skills can serve the world. This forms the third piece of our Ikigai puzzle. Lastly, we must consider what we can be paid for. This is often the most challenging part as it requires us to balance idealism with realism. While we may love painting landscapes, can it provide a sustainable income? Can our coding skills earn us a decent living? This is the final piece of our Ikigai puzzle. Now we have all the pieces to our Ikigai puzzle: our love, our skills, what the world needs, and what we can be paid for. The next step is to bring them together. This is where the magic happens. We might find that our love for painting landscapes, combined with our skill in art, can be used to create educational materials for kids, which the world needs and is willing to pay for. Or our coding skills could be used to develop software that makes people's lives easier and is also financially rewarding. Here's a little secret. Not everyone's Ikigai puzzle will fall into place perfectly. And that's okay. It's not about perfection, but about progression. It's about moving closer to that sweet spot where passion, skill, need, and payment intersect. Remember, finding your Ikigai is not a destination, but a journey. It's an ongoing process of discovery, adjustment, and fulfillment. It requires patience, perseverance, and a whole lot of self-love. It's not an overnight process, but a rewarding journey towards purpose and fulfillment. Now that we understand Ikigai, how do we apply it in our everyday lives? As we delve into this fascinating concept, let's remind ourselves that Ikigai is not just a theoretical model. It's a lifestyle, a way of life that we can embrace every day, in every aspect of our lives. Think about your work, for instance. We spend a significant part of our lives working, don't we? Now imagine if your work is something that you love, something that the world needs, something that you're good at, and something for which you can be paid. That's Ikigai. It's not just about earning a living, but about finding joy and meaning in what we do. Let's take an example from the book. Remember the story of the artisan who found his Ikigai in creating beautiful pottery. His work was not just a means to earn money, but a passion that brought him joy and gave his life purpose. He was not only good at it, but his creations were also appreciated and needed by others. His work was his Ikigai. Now let's talk about hobbies. Hobbies are activities that we enjoy and are good at. But how often do we think of them as integral to our Ikigai? Like the gardener in the book who found her Ikigai in the simple act of nurturing plants. The joy she derived from her hobby, the sense of accomplishment she felt watching the plants grow, and the positive impact her hobby had on her well-being, all contributed to her Ikigai. Next, let's consider relationships. They play a crucial role in our lives, shaping our experiences and influencing our well-being. Ikigai can be found in the connections we make, the love we give and receive, and the sense of belonging we experience. The story of the elderly couple in the book, who found their Ikigai in each other and their shared experiences, beautifully illustrates this. Lastly, let's look at personal growth. Ikigai encourages us to continuously learn and grow, to challenge ourselves and to step out of our comfort zones. It's about striving for a better version of ourselves. Like the young man in the book who found his Ikigai in learning new languages, his passion for learning, his ability to communicate with people from different cultures, and the opportunities this opened up for him, all contributed to his Ikigai. So, you see, Ikigai is not a distant dream. It's a reality that we can create by aligning our passion, mission, profession, and vocation. It's about finding the sweet spot where what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for converge. By embracing Ikigai, we can live a more fulfilling and purposeful life. Living with purpose is not just about feeling good, it has tangible benefits too. Let's dive into the benefits of Ikigai as outlined in the book. First and foremost, Ikigai increases happiness. It's like having a compass that always points to joy. When we're doing what we love, what the world needs, what we're good at, and what we can be paid for, happiness becomes a natural byproduct. It's the sweet taste of life when we're pursuing our passion and purpose. Next, Ikigai brings satisfaction. It's the deep sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing we're on the right path. It's the comfort in knowing that we're not just running in circles, but moving towards something meaningful. It's not about reaching the destination, but about enjoying the journey. And oh, what a satisfying journey it is when we're living our Ikigai. Then there's longevity. In Okinawa, Japan, where the concept of Ikigai originated, people live longer than almost anywhere else in the world. They're not just reaching old age, they're reaching it with vitality and vigor. This isn't a coincidence. When we live with purpose, we're motivated to take care of ourselves, to stay healthy and active. We want to be around to fulfill our purpose, and that gives us a reason to live longer, healthier lives. Finally, Ikigai improves mental health. When we have a clear purpose, we're less likely to feel lost or overwhelmed. Our Ikigai becomes a lighthouse in the storm, guiding us through life's challenges. It helps us to maintain a positive outlook, to manage stress, and to bounce back from setbacks. It's a protective shield against the mental health issues that can arise when we feel aimless or unfulfilled. So, you see, Ikigai is not just a concept, it's a way of life. A way of life that brings happiness, satisfaction, longevity, and improved mental health. With Ikigai, we're not just surviving, we're thriving. Every journey begins with a single step. Your journey to finding your Ikigai starts now. Just like the seed of a mighty tree, your Ikigai, your reason for being, is nestled within you, waiting for the right conditions to bloom. It might seem like a daunting journey, but remember, the most beautiful trees grow from tiny seeds. They stretch towards the sun, weather storms, and gradually, they become strong and majestic. Similarly, your journey to finding your Ikigai will be filled with exploration, introspection, and growth. We've traversed the landscape of how to Ikigai, unveiling the 4 elements of Ikigai: what you love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you're good at. These are like the 4 directions on your compass, guiding you towards your purpose. Just as a potter shapes clay into a beautiful vessel, you too can mold your life around your Ikigai. It's about finding that sweet spot where your passions and talents intersect with the needs of the world and a livelihood. It's about crafting a life that not only makes you leap out of bed each morning, but also contributes to the world in a meaningful way. Incorporating Ikigai into your everyday life might seem challenging, but remember, it's about making small, consistent changes. It's about aligning your actions with your purpose, one day at a time. The benefits are immense: a sense of fulfillment, increased happiness, and a life that truly resonates with who you are. Indeed, the journey to Ikigai is not a destination, but a path. It's a journey of self-discovery, of unveiling your true potential. It's about embracing the beautiful complexity of life and weaving your unique tapestry of purpose. Remember, your Ikigai is waiting. It's time to discover your purpose and embrace a more fulfilling life. So take that first step. Begin your journey. And as you do, remember that each step you take is a step closer to finding your Ikigai, your purpose, your reason for being.